Kayla, you need to help Larry.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, you are live.
Can you see me?
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm Abbey. I got thrown in here today. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, but it looks like we're doing sublimation. We're sublimating socks, bags, masks, license plates, ornaments, and a koozie. I'm gonna start with the mask for now. Okay. Please ignore my hands. I lost a nail. We're going to ignore that. Okay. So like I said, we're going to start off with the masks really quick. These are just a couple masks that we have in the store. These are 5, and these are the silly sock ones. These are 7. Okay. Should he press them at the same time or at separate times? Yeah. So we start, of course, with our sublimation prints, whichever one you like. The sizes that we print them out for the mask are 5x7, in case you're wondering what size to print them. Make sure you have your heat transfer tape to be able to hold down your mask on the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and press them all at the same time. You don't have to, of course. You can cut them out and do it individually if you like, but I just think it's faster if I do them all at the same time. So I'm going to start off by making sure I put the right side down on the print. With these, for example, this one does not have a pocket. We have masks that do come with pocket. Of course, you're going to heat press on the side without the pocket. These are pretty much reversible. What some people do decide to do is sublimate on both sides, so then the mask itself has 2 prints. But we're only going to do one side today. Like I said, I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to put the heat resistant tape on it so that it doesn't move when I go to heat press it. Make sure your mask is stretched out, because if it is wrinkled, the print is gonna wrinkle on the design. It's not, the mask is gonna be messed up. So make sure it's stretched out enough. So this is what it looks like on the paper with the tape on it. And I'm going to go ahead and tape down the rest. Of course, again, like I said, this side doesn't have the pocket, this one does. You want to put it face down on the print on the side that you want the design on. Yes, some of our masks do have cotton and polyester. This one's a little bit easier to show. This side is the polyester side. The black side with the pocket is the cotton side. So of course you want to heat press it on the polyester side, because that's what sublimation shows best on polyester. Okay, so this is what my paper looks like now. Okay, when we come to heat press sublimation, we have to use a silicone sheet, but hold on. What a lot of people do make a mistake on is when you heat press it, some people put the sublimation side down on the actual heat press. Instead, you have to flip it, because you want the actual sublimation sheet to be facing down. If you do it the other way, the quality on the sublimation isn't going to be as vibrant as you want it to be or need it to be. So make sure to put a silicone sheet underneath your image, though, because you don't want your heat press to be stained by the ink from the sublimation. So you do want to cover your heat press. If you do it with the Teflon sheet, just make sure to wipe down the Teflon sheet, because you don't want the rest of your garments to get stained by the ink, because the Teflon sheet does get stained. So we're gonna flip it, like I said. Hopefully that's just making sure it's flat on there. And then cover it again with the silicone sheets. Another thing with sublimation is that it's the heat that's more necessary than the actual pressure of the heat press. So you don't need to apply pressure when you heat press it. You could literally just lay it on top. Temperature wise, it's 400 degrees for a minute. That's what we have as the best results for the quality of the vibrancy that you want from sublimation. So, like I said, it's low pressure. Yeah. What's the steam coming out? And everything we are sublimating here is everything we do have in the store, in case you guys were wondering. All right, so we have 20 seconds left. What? Sorry, I was upfront with the customers. I forgot I even had this on. All right. Sometimes when you do sublimate, it is really hot right after press, so just make sure to be careful with that. This is where a mask. This is what the $5 mask ends up looking like with the black trim. We have one without black trim if you want it all white. That. These are the silly sock ones. You are. And the size that we did print them out were 5x7. You might need to go a little bit bigger on them for the silly sock ones. The regular $5 mask was okay. So. All right, so next we're going to do the license plates. The license plates we do have here come with the protective liner, so you do have to make sure to take that off. Because if you don't take the liner off, it's gonna ruin your print. All right, so we're just gonna heat press this license plate with the cheetah print sublimation. You guys didn't print out any computer. Better. All right, again, you have to put it face down on your design. Like I said, make sure everything is centered the way you want it to. It's just pure sublimation print. So I'm gonna cut it out to its actual size so we could save. Shout out to my assistant. Alright, so I just cut it to fit accordingly to the license plate. And like I said, you do have to have, well, you don't have to if you don't have it. You could just place it down, it'll be fine. But if you do want to be more comfortable with it not moving, you could literally just tape it down with the heat-resistant tape. Again, when you go to heat press it, you don't want the sublimation sheet to be on the heat press itself like that. You have to make sure that the sublimation sheet is on top. That way it'll give you the right vibrancy that you want on the sublimation substrate. No, it's not 60 seconds though. Okay, so it is 400 degrees a minute. Our time on here changed to 10 seconds. I'm just gonna change it back. Where's the pen? Wow. If I can actually get the temperature to mess with me. Okay, our heat press doesn't want to change its time. So I'm just gonna time it on my phone. It's fine. It's literally just a timer. So 400 degrees for 1 minute. Again. And like I said, I'm putting the timer on my phone. For some reason, my heat press is only allowing me to do 10 seconds. And we will ignore that sound for 1 minute. Be right back. Okay, 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, like I said, when it comes down to sublimation, it could be really hot, especially when it comes down to these metal plates. So I'm gonna let it cool off just a little bit before I actually touch it. Actually, I could just take off the sheet without touching it. But that is what our sublimation license plate looks like. Right, now if you wanted to, you could put sign vinyl on it if you didn't print out any design that you wanted on it, or if you just wanted a name on it or something, and it'll work out. Again, this plate is really hot, so make sure not to touch it immediately right after you heat press it, because of course you know it's metal. Oh. Okay. Let's move on to the smaller things that I have here. I'm actually going to sublimate them all at the same time. I have dog tags here. The options we have here at the store are plain silver. So it's silver on both sides. And then I also have white, and that's also double-sided. So of course you can heat press both sides. We also have luggage tags. And we also have ornaments now. So of course for the holidays you can heat press those. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do them all at the same time to be able to show you guys. And I'm gonna cut it again. Of course, like I said, make sure your tape is heat resistant. The ornament. Oh, I wish we had something Christmas sublimatable for the ornament. Not okay. So the ornaments, they are the same temperature as everything else we've been heat pressing. However, it's going to be heat pressed for 2 minutes instead. We found that that's going to be the best time to get the best vibrancy on that. So I'm not going to heat press at the same time as the dog tags. Again, sublimation paper on top, not at the bottom. Again, I'm going to use my phone. Okay, well now it's 60 seconds, but I need it to be 2 minutes. So I'm going to use my phone for that. Okay, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments while we wait on that? I'm also going to start taping down the dog tags and the luggage tags as we wait on that. Oh yeah, shout out to Forrest Sigler. His brand is Black Renaissance. He actually gave us girls up front matching hoodies and we're all wearing it today. It was actually his second time he gives us something. Okay, and we're gonna ignore that beeping sound for another minute. Or you could do that. Whatever he just did. Okay, and I ended up just taping down my tags really quickly. You didn't bring me a string for the ornament? You didn't bring me a string for the ornament? Okay, 10 seconds left. Okay. Again, it's gonna be really hot when it comes out, so I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit before touching that. I'm gonna change the silicone sheets because I don't want anything else to get stained. The what? Yeah, I figured. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and place down the tags again. Sublimation sheet on top. A lot of people forget. For the tags, I'm gonna do 45 seconds instead of 60 seconds because they are metal, so it doesn't need the extra 15 seconds. Again, I'm only doing it on my phone because my heat press is not allowing me to change the seconds for some reason. But, of course, you won't have that problem. Just making sure my ornament isn't too hot to touch yet. We're ignoring that sound again for 30 seconds. So this is what the ornaments, okay, it's a little hot still, but this is what the ornaments end up looking like. I still have to take off a little piece of paper that's right there. It's not staying, it's paper, but the ornament's kind of hot for me to touch still. I just want to show you. Of course, it does come with a little string to be able to hang on your tree or wherever you desire. And of course, it's double-sided, so you can always heat press the other side as well. Okay, my tags are off the press now, but those cool off a little bit before showing you because I do not want to burn myself. Something else we have in the store now, it's kind of fun, is these bags. People can use them for like makeup, I don't know, a pencil pouch, you know, anything accessories wise. And we also have this gift bag that we got in for Christmas. And then we have Christmas transfers for it, or, you know, of course you could print out whatever you want for it. You only gave me one transfer for both. So, of course, when it has words, remember sublimation, you have to mirror the image. A lot of people forget about that, so you end up messing up your garment, and we don't want to do that. Of course, I don't want it to move when it heat presses, so I'm going to tape it down really quickly. I'm going to use this buffalo print for the pouch. Do you have any questions? Comments? Concerns? Nothing important. Make sure it's flat on your image, because if it creases, you're just going to mess up your garment and you're not going to like it. Within is requesting I put a pillow inside of this garment because of the zipper. We're going to see how that goes. If you don't have a pillow at home, this one's not going to fit. Winston's tripping. He's going to get a smaller pillow. But if you don't have a pillow at home to use, you can always use like, you know, a small towel and just fold it up and put it in there to give you that support that you need. On top of what? Okay, he says just lay it on top. Don't have to put it inside apparently. We're gonna trust his word and see how it goes. We'll do this one first before we do the gift bag. Again, the sublimation sheet always has to be on top. You want that vibrancy. And don't forget your silicone sheets. What's the time and temp on this one? Alright, so this one's also 400 degrees, 4 minutes. And my heat press is actually giving me the accurate time this time. Okay, now I can show you the dog tags. They cooled off. So this one's the white one. Let me show you the difference side by side on how the white and the metal one look. Whoa. So, I'm not sure if you can see that on there. This one's the metal one. This one's the white one. Again, ignore my hands. My nail popped off. But those are the difference, and they're both double-sided, so you'll be able to heat press both sides. And here's the tag, the luggage tag. Okay, and this is our bag. Here's a difference. You can see how vibrant it looks on the bag. A little hot. And then I'm going to show you guys what the gift bag looks like. Again, I'm going to place it on top of the pillow. You don't necessarily need the pillow unless you have like a seam or in the bag, the zipper. And again, it's going to be the same time and temperature. It's going to be 400 degrees, 4 minutes. We're going to leave it on there for 50 more seconds. The timer went off at 10 seconds. We're going to do socks right after that is done. We do have these sock jigs here at PerfecPress HTV. They're to insert inside the sock. It kind of works like the pillow, except it's thinner for the socks. Five seconds. Yes, yes you can. So somebody asked, once you sublimate, can you go back and put vinyl on top? That is actually the best way to do it. You sublimate first on whatever garment you're sublimating, and then you put the vinyl on top. Because if you do it vice versa, you'll burn the vinyl. So make sure to sublimate before heat pressing your vinyl on top. Yes, this is the image. This is the bag. And I can show you. I'll turn it inside out for you. It's a little hot. So the image did not bleed through. It's just a little red because of this side of the bag, but the image did not bleed through. And then I'm not sure if I showed the front how the design looks, so I'll show you guys that part again. That's how that looks. Oh yes, we also have the stockings. I'm not sure why we don't have that over here. Blame Winston. But we also have stockings in stock, and they're the same price as these bags. I believe they're $6 each. Same with this bag. It did not bleed through, just in case you were wondering. Okay, now we're gonna do these socks really quickly. And we have any sizes from small to, I believe we have extra large, except we don't have those in stock right now, but we do carry those bigger sizes. Because I only have 2 sock jigs, I'm going to press one small one and I think this was a large one. Yeah, and a large one instead of doing the pair, just to be able to show you guys the size comparisons. So you want to make sure when you do the jig insert that your sock is fully stretched out, because if it's not, you'll be able to see the white creased when you heat press onto whatever design you're using. All right, so when it's fully stretched out on your jig inserts, I believe this is, what size is this, 11 by 17? This is a 13 by 19 size paper that we're using. You could possibly use 11 by 17, but on smalls, right? But this is the image we're using. Actually, I don't like this image for the camera. We'll use this image. And we're just gonna place them side by side. Again, make sure you don't have any creases. And if I do have a crease, I'll just be able to show you guys what not to do. Then we're gonna tape it down really quickly so it doesn't move when we go to heat press it. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, and I'm gonna say this again because a lot of people do forget. I still have a coworker who makes this mistake. When you go to heat press sublimation, make sure that the sublimation paper is on top, laying on top, not the bottom. I still have coworkers who make that mistake and ruin their garments. So, sublimation paper on top. My silicone sheet is rolling up. And those socks are also, you know, front and back, so I am gonna heat press it a second time on the other side. I'm gonna flip it right after that's done. Any questions? Comment? Concern? $25 more seconds on that. Ten seconds. Getting a little hot in here. Okay. Again, it is a little hot when you take it off the press. You might want to wait a little bit, but ouch. This is one side. Yes, I'm not gonna use this. Make sure yours is perfectly centered. I so much did not mind how centered it was today, simply because it's not my design. But of course, you're gonna want to line it up accurately. When it comes down to heat pressing socks, of course you don't want the crease to be shown in on the side of the sock. So in order to kind of like prevent that, you could roll in the sock. So you're just gonna push it in. That way when you start to see some color on the inside of this, you'll prevent that crease from showing on the side. So just kind of push it in from both sides, roll it in. Same with the bottom. Some people forget about the bottom part down here. So again, we're just rolling it in so that we don't get that white crease on the side of the sock. For those who don't know, we also sell mugs and tumblers, sublimatable, in the store. Okay. Now we're gonna do the other side. And I'm putting the timer, you guys. I'm not out chilling on my phone. I'm just setting the timer. We're gonna ignore that for 50 more seconds because this one only gave me 10 seconds. Yeah. Do you have any more questions?
What vinyl works on socks?
We recommend the turbo vinyl for socks. If you ever need a vinyl to stretch, we have the turbo material. That is going to be the best fit for anything. That goes for socks, spandex, leggings, sports bras. So this is what our socks end up looking like on both sides. I'm gonna take it off the jig to be able to show you guys how the sides weren't creased. It's a little hot. So you see how the sides don't have that white crease since we pulled it in from the sock jig. Stop making fun of me. I was unprepared for this video. Got pulled in. Okay. Same with this one. You don't see that white crease on the sock when you use that technique. So this is our small sock, and this one's the large. You can see the differences there. We also have socks with the black toe, in case you guys preferred that. I forgot about that. We also have our regular rainbow PerfecPress HTV glitter. That is sublimatable. No one brought me a weeder, but it's fine. It's a solid image, so I'm just gonna weed it really quick with my hands. So once you cut out a design on our glitter HTV, you just have to, I'm gonna take off this really quick. We just cut out a simple heart. So you take it off of the plastic liner. So you're gonna take it off from your liner because you're gonna sublimate onto the glitter. And in order to do that, you are gonna need a Teflon sheet because remember, nothing sticks to Teflon. So you'll be able to heat press directly onto it. Struggling a little bit. what I'm gonna do is place the glitter side up on the Teflon sheet. Okay, and I would tape it down so it doesn't move, but if I put the tape, then it'll prevent me from sublimating on the whole heart. I'm gonna use this Aztec print. I'm gonna cut it out really quickly. Kente, I meant Kente. So, again, you place it on top of the heart, covering your image, and that I will tape that to the Teflon sheet so it doesn't move. Again, we're all used to putting the Teflon sheet on top of our garment, but for this, the Teflon sheet is gonna be at the bottom, leaving the sublimation one on top. You're gonna place your Teflon sheet. Again, the heart's not gonna stick to the Teflon sheet. We're gonna heat press that again at 460 seconds. Do we have any questions? Comments? Concerns? Compliments? They didn't say that. Okay, we have 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. All right. Again, it's going to be a little hot. You have to be really careful when you're doing this. Okay. So this is what our heart ends up looking like. Sublimated. Then of course, it's not stuck to the line, the Teflon sheet. And then you could just put this on your shirt or whatever garment and heat press it like normal for 300 degrees, 10 seconds, of course. Yeah, after you sublimate your glitter heat transfer, you treat it like regular heat transfer. Of course, what you can do if you don't want to pre-cut an image, you can sublimate on the whole sheet, and then after that, cut it out however you want. Like this, I could put it in the cutter and just cut out a couple words and then heat press it. Yeah, it is tricky because it doesn't have a liner, but it's doable. You can make it work. I believe in you. So again, we went through sublimating on mask, tags, ornaments, bags, license plates, our glitter heat transfer, and the socks. Again, this is not all we have. We also have mugs, tumblers. We have koozies in the store as well. Next week, we will be sublimating on mugs and tumblers. And we will also be showing the transfers, the light and dark garment transfers, in case you guys struggle with that. So make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to leave comments, concerns, and questions, or any suggestions on any videos you guys need help with, and we'll be able to help you guys with that next time. Thank you for tuning in. I hope I was able to answer your questions and concerns for you. And make sure to see us next week. Actually, Friday. We have a video on Friday. Friday. We'll be doing video on using the Cricut. If you guys need help with Cricut. Tune in every time we do a video. It's fine.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Dude, can you edit that?